So welcome back again to this Dream Vision, and today we are going to look at the VLOOKUP, We're going to look at the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and the current one, which is more interesting and it is more powerful compared to the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, called XLOOKUP. So XLOOKUP is coming to outshine this HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP, and also the index and merge. So today I'm going to show you the basic knowledge on VLOOKUP, because down there's more videos on application of this VLOOKUP on the payroll, payslip, and the P9. So you need to understand the basic before we go down and apply that formula. So keep in touch and watch. So anything which we're not going to understand in this topic, leave a comment, because this is a very crucial formula. It's very important throughout this course. Okay. For example, I have my data here. So I can even copy all these in a new worksheet. I can copy this one in a new worksheet so that we avoid the interference of this workbook. Maybe there's some formula which is exists here, but okay. So this is my data. I have my data here, as you can see. And then, so more people wonder how do we apply this VLOOKUP? And today, take your seat and see how we use this VLOOKUP. So I have a product here, top product code, quantity and price. If you look at my type, this one is mobile camera. That is the name. We don't mind. But now I have a small table down here, which is extraction of top product and the prices at the top product and price. Maybe you have the large data of stock, and it takes time to go individual product to go for cost. Maybe the client are just walking into your company and ask you the price of certain product. Do you really need to go to stock or to check for the price tag? No, if you have Excel and you have all data in Excel, you can use 3 or 5 minutes, 2 minutes to get the price. Great. So let's move on. I have a price here, and I need to get the price of each of these product. So first, this is my data. So I have to rename the data so that the data get very convenient. So you select from A2 to D9. And you can see it is written A2 up there at the corner, A2. So we can rename it and call a VLOOKUP. Can we call VLOOKUP 1 because maybe we have another VLOOKUP which exists. So just write VLOOKUP 1 and then you click enter. So once you click enter, that data was ready as the name. So if you can see, it is VLOOKUP. We can name this again, but you will do that one. So for you to understand this VLOOKUP, first you need to go to FX so that you understand the variable. Then under FX, I've already have the VLOOKUP there. Just click that VLOOKUP. Okay. You find that there's a small table here which is asking for lookup value, the table array. We have the column index and the range lookup. So what does this all mean? So lookup value is that which value are you looking at? So we are looking at the product, which is the top product in our case. So I will just select that product, which is the mobile, and then table array here, you select from A2 to D9. So don't ever select entire table, including the headings. No, so exclude the headings. You can see even once I've selected that one, the name of the table has just pop up. That is the VLOOKUP 1. Or you can delete that one and just write VLOOKUP 1, VLOOKUP 1. And you can find that there's the range of that data. The column index is that we are extracting this cost price or the price from which column. So you have to count the column from A1, that is 1, B, that is 2, C, that is 3, and D, where the price is 4. So you write 4, you write 4, you write 4 here under column, you write 4. And then the range lookup in our case, we have two options. We have the false and the true value. So if you put the true value, it might not really pick the exact figure, but if you put the false value, then you can get exactly the same value. So you just put 0, it will automatically rename as false. If you put 0, you can see under equal sign, equals is just written 0. And then you can click OK. Wonderful. You can see our product here. The cost of mobile is 1300, which is, if you confirm with me, it is okay. So as an advanced Excel student, you don't need to just writing formula in each and every cell. No. Why don't you apply the knowledge of shortcut keys I've told you earlier here? You just put unfortunately, my cursor cannot pick it automatic here, but that is not the end. As an advanced Excel student, you should have as many options as possible. So if the mouse is not working, I can apply the formula. So just put the cursor here, Control C. I copy that one, Control C. I will select the remaining cell from camera down to perfumes, down to perfume. Then we remember the shortcut keys. Key in Control at V. Control combination of at V. Control at V. Control at V. Then this small table will pop up. This small table will pop up. Once this small table has popped up, you select the formula. Select the formula. So if you pick the formula, then Excel will going to populate all the formula downward. Then you click OK. You can confirm with me the prices. If I'm wrong, just check it one by one and then confirm with me. If it is right, just comment down there, say good work. Then that's how you would do the VLOOKUP. So if you want the VLOOKUP of code, if you want the code, you just key in VLOOKUP, VLOOKUP. That is the VLOOKUP, and then the code is that one. You say comma. You write the range we just named. That is VLOOKUP 1. Select it here, and then you put the comma. If you want the product code, you just count the product code is in column B, which is 2. You just write 2 and then comma 0. You close the bracket. Enter. This is the correct one. That is 10,023, which is the same. You can say Control C. You copy this one. Control V. Copy the formula. You get your code of the product. As simple as that. As simple as that. So try to understand. This is not all about the VLOOKUP. So try to understand so that when you get stuck in your workplace, try to figure out how can I apply this VLOOKUP to come up with the solution. How can I apply this VLOOKUP to come up with the solution? This VLOOKUP has a lot of application. It has a lot of application. Now we have the HLOOKUP. So the difference between the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP is that VLOOKUP look up the value in a particular way, HLOOKUP in a horizontal way, but it does the same thing. So for example, here I have my data here. I have my data, but for this data, it is on a horizontal compared to this, but the same data. But now to know that you have learned advanced Excel, under the shortcut keys, how can I copy this data and do a transpose? How can I copy this data and do a transpose? So just Control C, you select that one, Control C. You can come here and paste downward here, Control at V, Control at V. Very good. Then we have the transpose down here. We have the transpose down here. You click that transpose, click OK, and you can see what's happened to my data. Downward. Great. So we can now do the VLOOKUP. So we can do the VLOOKUP on the same here so that we compare the price. So I will say equal sign HLOOKUP. That is the HLOOKUP. we can rename this data. So rename this data from this one. So don't pick the headings. You can select that data and rename as H lookup, as H lookup one. Enter, and that one. So come here, cosine H lookup, cosine H lookup. Select the first one, mobile, comma, my data range, which is H lookup one, is this one, comma, and then it will, have you noticed the difference? The other one was asking for the column index. This one is asking for the row index. This one is asking for the row index. So if it is asking for the row index, what do? Just count the row. We want the price. We want the price. So you just count. So now this one you count from the top. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So they did not change. Put 4, comma, 0. Then the bracket. Enter. That is 1300. So Control C, this one, to paste this one, Control V, then to copy the formula downward. You can see it is the same price, the same, the different formulas, the same result. Wonderful, guys. So that's how you apply the H lookup. The X lookup now, I don't know which Excel formula do you use. The H lookup is the current formula which was introduced by the Microsoft company, and that hex lookup, not H lookup, X lookup is only applicable to the Microsoft Excel 365. It's only applicable to Microsoft Excel 365, which you can't buy. It is just 3,000, which is it has no limits. That is the lifetime of that Microsoft. Even me, I'm using the 365, which if I save my work here, I can get it online. I don't need to carry a flash going with flash. No, I just do my own. I can save in desktop, and at the same time, I can auto save here. If you auto save here, it will automatically save on cloud, and you will be able to find your work regardless of which machine you are using. So thank you guys. Keep on watching. The next video is the index and match, which you have to watch these videos on the syntax or on a logical order so that you get to understand this concept. So thank you. Let's meet on the next class.